Senator from Idaho.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the quorum call be lifted.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today to highlight my support for a program that is improving life in Idaho and across the nation, the Violence Against Women Act. I appreciate joining my colleague, Senator Leahy, who will be here on the floor in a few minutes to formally open the debate on this legislation, and hope that we are going to be able to get this over the finish line this year, as it's so critical to so many people in this country. For nearly 2 decades, the Violence Against Women Act has been the centerpiece of our nation's commitment to ending domestic violence, dating, and sexual violence. The Idaho Coalition Against Sexual and Domestic Violence uses VAWA funds, among many other things, to promote the awareness of healthy relationships in middle and high schools in Idaho. It's heartening to hear that the number of Idaho high school students reporting that they have experienced dating violence has dropped by 5% from 2007 to 2011. However, I'm sad to report that since just January 1st of this year, 4 deaths have occurred in my state from the result of domestic violence, and even 1 is too many. These tragic events serve as a reminder that while we are improving, we are far from ending this terrible abuse. I'm a lifelong champion of the prevention of domestic violence because I believe that while we are improving, we can and will do better. I stand behind this act as it provides critical services to victims of violent crime, as well as agencies and organizations which provide important aid to those who are often victims in their own homes. This legislation provides access to legal and social services for survivors. It provides training for law enforcement, prosecutors, judges, attorneys, and advocates to address these crimes in our nation's communities. And it provides intervention for those who have witnessed abuse and are more likely to be involved in this type of violence. It provides shelter and resources for victims who have nowhere else to turn. There is significant evidence that these programs are working, not just in Idaho, but nationwide. The U.S. Department of Justice reported that the number of women killed by an intimate partner decreased by 35% between 1993 and 2008. In 2012, it was reported that in one day alone, 688 women and their children impacted by violence sought safety in an emergency shelter or received counseling, legal advocacy, or children's support. While we may not agree on all the specifics of this reauthorization, and there are portions of it that we will continue to negotiate on and to refine, we do all agree on one very important idea, and that is that violence should not happen to anyone. And this critical legislation is very effective in helping to address that abuse in our society. As I said, there are parts of this legislation under which there still are concerns. And I am committed, as Senator Leahy is, to working with those who have concerns to make the bill better and more workable so that we can move it through to become law in this session of Congress. But after we debate and after we work and refine the legislation, I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting the authorization of this program and to continue the life-changing work that this chamber has been committed to for so many years. I see that my colleague, Senator Leahy, is on the floor, and Senator, I had to start out a little before you got here. I know you're here to open the debate on this legislation. I again thank you for your work on this issue and look forward to working with you again in this Congress as we move forward.
Well, I've enjoyed working with the senior senator of mine. If you want more time, go ahead and take it. I've concluded.
That concludes my remarks, and I will yield back my time.